Trust it!
Hey everybody, Dr. O here. Welcome back to the channel, I guess we'll say. It's been 1 year, 6 months, and 28 days since I last published a video here on YouTube. So I kind of wanted to talk about why I've been gone and what I plan on doing with the channel moving forward. This is not going to become a vlog. I just want to kind of explain my absence. I've had lots of people asking why I haven't been making videos. So it started with, so it was in late 2020 was the last time I made a video. And then I got COVID, I believe 8 days after I published the last video. And it took a few months to recover from that, and I realized that I needed to make some changes in my health. So I basically started, for 4 months I was dealing with headaches and really, really tired, right? I could barely walk up a flight of stairs. So I got over COVID acutely pretty quickly, but then I just was struggling with those after effects, and I started really just focusing on sleeping and walking. So I started taking multiple walks a day, and I started getting plenty of sleep. Sleep has always been a big issue with me. I'm now sleeping 7 or 8 hours a night. I used to sleep more like 5 hours a night. So I made sleep a priority. And I started walking, and I just continued to see improvements in my health, and I continued to add things to that plan. So that, and throughout this time, I got an infection that led to me needing prednisone and some other drugs, which triggered atrial fibrillation. So I was, in the emergency room and very, very concerned about my health. So I knew COVID hit me hard. My lungs weren't recovering the way I wanted to. Now I have this kind of heart issue which thank God, the cardiologist gave me a clean bill of health, and I'm over that. And as you'll see moving forward, this story has a good ending. So I just realized I had to make my health a priority. I was spending 10 to 20 hours a week making videos and doing extra work, if you want to call it that, for my courses. And I love teaching and I love what I do. But I realized that I had to make myself a priority. And that even meant, spending less time with my family, to get more sleep and these kind of things. So everyone was on board with the fact that something had to be done. So this year, why we're looking at this picture, it's my least favorite picture in the world, which is why I keep it in my wallet. This is a picture of a physical picture. That's why it looks so bad. But, this is the picture I keep in my wallet to remind me of where I was and the fact that I don't want to go back, right? And fast forward to today, and hopefully, as you can see, I look like a new man. I feel like a new man. So life is really, really good. I want to show you. So here's a picture I took last week, right? I've lost 150 pounds. I still plan on losing maybe 30 more. I've put on about 15 pounds of muscle now. I am strength training. So I moved on from just walking to working with resistance bands and doing some body weight exercises to now I have a whole home gym set up and I train 8-10 hours a week or more. So my life is just completely different. And as far as let me one more picture, just kind of a before and after here. That's me with my father and then with my son, right? So just thinking about what's motivating me to be healthy, right? It's not vanity at all. It's not aesthetics. It is, I want to be here for my kids. I want to be here for my wife. I want to be here for my family. I want to be here for my grandkids that don't exist yet, right? So fast forward now, my blood pressure is actually bordering on low instead of being high. My cholesterol is perfectly normal instead of being 60 points elevated. My inflammatory markers are way down. The only medications I really need to rely on now are for my autoimmune conditions. So I feel better. I sleep better. I eat better. I do all these things. So I'll talk more about that in a few videos. But like I said, this is not about me personally. It's just more about where I've been. So I'm very proud of it, though. But now I'm ready to get back to work and on doing some of these extra things. So where am I? Basically all of my anatomy and physiology teaching videos and all of my microbiology teaching videos, but about a half a dozen or so, are online, free for you to use. And so I have a little bit of cleanup to do in those two areas. But moving forward, probably, makes sense too. I'm going to focus, I'm rebuilding my nutrition course. So I'm finally ready to start making nutrition videos. One of the reasons that I waited on making nutrition videos is I never felt confident, putting myself out there publicly talking about nutrition when I had so many underlying health problems, right? So I will cover the biochemistry of nutrition. I'll cover all the lecture content that I use in my nutrition courses over the next year. But I'm also going to add a lot about consistency and sustainability and behavioral change, right? I'm gonna look through the lens of what I needed to do to make myself healthier. And it wasn't a lack of knowledge. I've been teaching nutrition for years. I knew what I should be doing. I just wasn't doing it. So I am now just such a firm believer that altering your environment and altering your behavior is really what it takes to succeed. And I'm no longer a fan of trying to do things perfectly. I'm a fan of trying to do things as sustainably as possible. So that's where I'm at. Feel free to comment if you want. If you have any specific questions you want me to deal with in the videos, especially nutrition related. I plan on making a good 50 to 75 of them in the rest of this year, and then we'll see where we go from there. I might be doing some nutrition Q&A videos. I will be doing some videos that talk about my journey and the things that I did. And then I will be going back, and if you have any questions about microbiology topics or anatomy and physiology topics, I plan on covering them at some point as well. So I am back. I feel like a new person, but I'm ready to roll. So leave a comment, ask any questions you have, and I'll add it to the list of videos that I plan on shooting out here in the next few months and potentially years. All right, you have a wonderful day. Be blessed.